they tell me, first of all, they give me total sales. And then they say credit sales is 65%. And now I see they didn't give me the credit sales for May. Please don't lose easy marks. So May, it's 770 times 65%, and that gives me a credit sale of how much? 500. Please, usually, and you will not believe me, they usually give 2 ticks for that. And then you have to do this calculation that's a page long and they give 1 tick. I don't understand. So, let's quickly look at the schedule. 0, 1, 2, they say 40 in the month, less 6%, 58. Okay, so let's do this. January is 0, February 1, March 2. So nothing there. February 0, March 1, April 2. Nothing there. March 0, April 1, May 2. Now, you don't even have to count again because now you know it's going to be 2, 1, 0. Go count it and you'll find it like that. So, the 2 is 8% and that gives me 50% gives me
204750.
And this one, please, because they have to mark on what you have here. If you had this wrong, just do yourself a favor and go right there. Times 40% times 94%. Write it down. And then I get what? Okay, and then I total and it gives me?
42205.
Okay, there's a lot of people talking. I hope you can hear and listen and talk all at once because I thought it was impossible to do that. But apparently you guys can. Oh. You are the wonder kids. So now they say, fill in the missing A to D. So A to D, A is, if I look here, is April cash sales. So they told me cash sales, they don't. But they tell me credit sales is 65, which means cash sales is 35. And it's for April, and April sales is 630, and that gives me
220,500.
Okay. Then, next one, number B, is the loan. So why would loan be with receipts? Because I increased my loan. So they paid the money into my account. So this would be the increase in loan. So what info do they give me? They give me here. Janet Bloom has provided a loan to the business at an interest of 9% per year. Interest is not capitalized and 1/3 of the loan is repaid to her on 31st December each year. As the company was still experiencing cash flow problems owing to the corona lockdown, Janet agreed to increase her loan to the business on the 1st of April. Now, that's the only info. They give me 9% and they say I pay the interest monthly. So immediately I go look, did they give me interest expense? And I can see there. Can you see interest on loan? There, 2.6, and there it was 1.3. So what are you going to do? You are literally going to say X, meaning the increase in loan, times 9%, for 1 month, and then I'm going to take the interest and I'm going to get the difference. So, basically, I'm going to say, what is that difference? 1260 times, and I'm going to flip 100 over 9, 12 over 1. Can I tell you something that's really weird for me? It doesn't make sense. If you write that down, you don't get the ticks. But if you write that down, you get the ticks. So, what do you get in the end?
168.
Okay. So this would be 4 ticks. 1, 2, 3, 4 most probably. Okay, salaries. So salaries, they want the salaries of the sales assistants for April. So I go, look, the salary for sales assistants, they all get the same monthly salary. They were promised a 5% increase in effect from 1st of April. So I know it was 100, now it's 105. The business employed 2 sales assistants in March and plan to employ an additional one in April. So, can you see, you're going to do it like you do the rent income. Because I know I have March 2 people at 100%. Ne? I have April 3 people at 105%. Yes. Well, we assume it because they don't say something else. They don't say she's not going to get it. Yeah, that's what I assume. Am I wrong? Does the memo do it different? Yes?
But ma'am, how would they get an increase if they haven't worked that for their uniform? So why are they getting an increase?
So, I don't know. Okay, let's do it. Did they give me March? So the way you say, they didn't give you March, they gave me April.
They gave it a month off. Like,
Okay, can I do it my way? And then we look at their way. So what my mind says is, let's give it a weight. Right? This gives me 315. And this gives me 200. So what I'm thinking in my head is to take the, where is it? The 20, is it the 22,400? The 22,400 times 315 over 200. What do you get?
35280.
Another way you can do it, because they give me March, it's most now easy. You can just say 22,400 is basically for 2 people, but I want 3, and then the answer I times with 105%. Do you also get that? Okay, let's look at what the memo says if they did like you guys think. No, they did like I think. Okay, so let's quickly think about this because you have a valid point. But it could be that she decided, oh, you know what, it's not on the grounds of how long they are working, but on the grounds of the work that they do. So when someone new comes in, she starts with the new salary. And I assume that Because they didn't say anything to the contrary. They didn't say there that only the the existing ones get the increase. Yeah. So what Mhluri is saying here is maybe this is about the inflation increase. Ne? Okay. I'm just glad I was right. That's all that matters. Okay, let's go on. Rent expense. Rent expense. If I look at rent expense, they want March. So I'm going to reverse. Ne? So let's go look. What do they say about rent? They say, oh, I hate it when they give these things, because I always think this is going to be difficult, but then it's actually not. So let me just breathe and let's do this. The directors secured premises in a local shopping mall with enough space to cater for expected customers. Why are we talking when I'm thinking? My brain can't listen and think. Rent is charged per square meter, according to the area. The rent increased by 11% commencing 1st April. This is the following figures. Now, the first thing you need to realize is that the floor space does not go according to the customers. Okay? So, I need to calculate for March. The floor space is 120. Okay? April is also 120. They gave me April, nay. And they said it increased April. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say April is 39960. You agree with me that this is 111%?
Yes.
And I want 100. So how much is that giving me? 86 thou. 36, like that. Okay. Do they want not per square meter, only the total? No, is that right? Oh, thank goodness. Okay. Explain the decisions that the directors took regarding the budgeted and actual expense. I don't know why they say expenditure. It just sounds very British. Expenditure for advertising in May. Quote figures. So now let's go look. Did they say what I must refer to? Yes. G and H. So if I look at advertising, can you see this is my budget? Can you see the budget increased from 10 to 12 to 30? Okay, so you can say the budget, it's not, remember it's not budget to actual, this is budget to budget. So you can say they budgeted more.
No, but isn't it actual and expense then budgeted because it was in the question actual and budgeted?
Yeah, but let's just, they ask here, explain the decisions they make regarding the budgeted and the actual. So I'm answering and then we see if I'm right. So I'm saying they budgeted more each year. Ne? each month. Or their budget increased each month. March to April increase with 2,000. Nee. I can't see it. Yeah. April to May increased with how much? 18,000. Okay. Now, so that's a decision they made. They made a decision to advertise more. Now let's go look at the budgeted and the actual. Can you see they even spent more? So in April, ne? But I don't understand this. Is this April? No, it's May. In May, the actual of 42,000 is more than budgeted 30. So that's what they did. Let's see. Advertising, so they say explanation on budget 1, figures 1. Explanation on actual 1, figures 1. So that you had to mention both. I was right again. Oh, okay. Let's go. Next one. Are you sure, baby? I think it's because they specifically said, what I'm seeing here is they said regarding the budgeted, so decision about the budget and a decision about the actual. Oh, you want my paper when I'm done? Oh, do you want it now? Where is it? This one, give her. Okay, here we go. The directors ask you, let me rather read on the question paper. The directors ask you for a report on the effect that the advertising have on customers. And here they actually tell you the two things you need to comment on. They say customers and sales. Right? Provide 2 points that you would include in your report, quote figures or calculations. Explain how the decline, okay, so let's first just do that one. So 2 points. They want clients. So what happened to clients? The clients is 25 more than budgeted. Ne? The actual for 135 customers is more than 110 budgeted. 2 ticks, lekker. The actual sales, what's the sales? Sales of 690 is less than the 70 million thousands budgeted. So did the advertising help?
Yeah.
It helped in the fact that it brought in customers, but it didn't push up your sales. What happened? What did it push up? It didn't push up sales, but what did it push up?
Exposure.
The fee income. If you go look there, can you see the fee income is more?
And that income is not specific for receipt. It's for everything.
Yeah, so that clients, customers, they don't say it's sales customers. Yeah, so most of those customers that came in, so if I want to see if they are still within budget, I would add these two. I see it's 785. This is only 711. Ha ha. But so yeah, I won't say the advertising was successful. They spent all that extra money and it didn't bring in more money. That's what I think. But let's see. Explain how the decline in the national economy has affected the average. Remember, this is 21. It's the year when COVID ended. So a lot of people without jobs, a lot of people, this is actually in COVID, it's 20. They are budgeting for 21. But remember, this is still November 2020. So we are still inside COVID. That year, actually, the grade 12s wrote, and we only marked those papers in January. things were totally democrat, and a lot of people lost jobs. And what a lot of businesses actually did is they kept their workers, but they paid them half their salary, or only portion, so that they can keep them. Okay, so how did that affect what the average amount the customers spent? So what's the average amount they spent? If I go look here, if I say we budgeted 770 plus 15, so 785, divided the 110 customers, what is that? 7,000.
Yes, yes, already given to us.
Oh, I love you too. But the actual, did they give the actual also?
No.
But the actual was
5
lower, ne? So then you write, what is it? 711, ne?
No, 5
Huh?
511. That one.
I want to calculate it first.
Oh,
Where's your 511?
is the answer.
5,000.
Yeah, 111.
Yes. You mamped me. Talk. Huh? What is it?
This was so expected and budgeted.
What is it? What did you did? Okay, let's see what the answer is. Let's go look. No, it's not wrong.
We say the whole amount.
Look here, they say the average sales were budgeted. Oh, so they only did the sales. I did the sales and the fee income. So that's my mistake. So you shouldn't have divided by 780. You should have just said 770. And here you should have said 690. Okay, let's see. For me, it doesn't make sense. I don't know why they didn't do it together. Oh, look at this. They are also talking about the fee income being more than budgeted. For me, that one makes more sense. Because people would rather fix than buy. Because they can't afford buying. Okay, everybody shut. Okay, it feels like teaching zombies still. I hope by next week I'll be teaching my old learners for all time's sake. Okay, now, consumable stores. Comment on whether the consumable stores have been well controlled or not. So when they say well controlled or not, I want to link. Consumable stores always link with what? Fee income. Yes, I'm just checking. So if I look here, I see consumable stores budgeted was 4,200 over 15. That gives me what? 28%. Okay, if I look at the actual, it's 5,520 over 21,000. That gives me 26.29. It was well controlled, well controlled. Why? The actual of consumable stores as percentage of fee income was 26%, which is lower. They always make these things too small. than budgeted 28%.
Question.
Yes.
Even though both of them increase,
Even though
both of those things they increase because you change the haircut,
it's
so
yeah, it's still good control because it's it's about the percentage that we used. Remember, I remember one year there was this one where the guy had to lay carpets, so then his salary was way more, but it's because he laid more carpets. So it's about the relationship has to increase the same. So even if it increased, it shouldn't be more than 28% of what we fixed. Yeah. Does it make sense what I say? Okay. Last one, refer to F and H. The owners of the property informed the directors of the increase in rent planned 1st of April. In order to economize on rent, the directors asked the owners for a reduction of the area rented. Propco Limited agreed to this. Calculate the reduction of the area rented in square meters. And now you have to help me think here, because this thing makes me scared. I always get scared when I get to this one. Okay. Help me. So I want to know, so the rent increases in April, right? So the rent in April we calculated, no? Did we calculate April or did we calculate May? We calculated March. How much was March? 36,000. And it was 120 square meters. So what was it per square meter? Anybody? How much? 300 rand per square meter.
How much?
Ne? Okay, now, what is this? The giggly boys. Okay, now, do we have April's total rent? April's total rent was 39,960. Ne? And it's 120. I don't know. How are we going to do this?
find the difference.
Oh. Let's quickly see. So,
Find the difference.
between what?
Find the difference between the two totals. Then you find the
Okay, must I
percentage
first get a price?
of this.
Because this is going to tell me what the price is now. So what is the price?
That one is 333.
Huh?
333.
333. So it's 33 rand per square meter more.
And you can take it as a percentage, find the percent, link it back to the square meters.
I'm going to cry.
Ma'am, I don't do like that.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Let's come back to this on Friday.